performance, fuel economy, durability, operating efficiency. All qualities that today's drivers look for in an automobile engine. Chevrolet engines provide these qualities. They're put through a never-ending development process to refine and fine-tune componentry, all to ensure the most technologically advanced power plants available. Efficient, responsive, built to meet the challenges of everyday driving. At one time, most engines couldn't deliver performance without sacrificing economy, or vice versa. Now, engines can't afford not to provide both. One way many engines meet these requirements is through fuel injection. Quite simply, injection is a much more precise method of fuel delivery. It works on the same principle as this spray tool. Injection provides the proper amount of fuel needed in relation to air to respond to a variety of driving situations. The proper mixture translates into quicker starts and improved fuel economy when the engine is cold, plus smoother acceleration and smooth operation with increased power. Chevrolet provides some of the most advanced injection systems in the industry to achieve these benefits. And they start with the electronic fuel injection, or EFI as it's known. EFI uses an onboard computer to control this spray nozzle and the amount of fuel that it meters to the engine. The injector components, known as throttle body injectors, are located under the air cleaner, mounted on the intake manifold. They provide the proper fuel in relation to air for virtually every driving need in varying amounts depending on the accelerator position. The components are sealed to protect against harmful dust, dirt, and moisture getting inside. And since there are fewer moving parts versus carbureted engines, servicing is much simpler. For example, the fuel-injected 2.5-liter L4 has reduced moving parts from 49 for a carbureted version to 15 today. EFI means starting without having to pump the accelerator, and EFI also has positive fuel shutoff that eliminates run-on, or dieseling as it's known, when the engine is turned off. Electronic fuel injection is standard on Cavalier, Celebrity and Camaro Sport Coupe, Monte Carlo, and Caprice. Chevrolet also offers a computer-controlled system called Multiport fuel injection. It provides many of the same benefits as EFI. But instead of one centrally located spray injector, there's an injector located at each of the 6 cylinders. Each injector simultaneously sprays a precise amount of fuel at the intake port into the cylinder. This results in even more power and acceleration and smoother overall operation because each cylinder receives exactly the same air-fuel mixture. This fuel rail surrounding the manifold feeds the 6 injectors through a high-pressure pump located in the fuel tank. Multiport fuel injection is standard with the 2.8-liter V6 engine on Berlinetta, optional on Cavalier, Celebrity, and Camaro Sport Coupe. For the ultimate in computer-controlled fuel delivery systems designed specifically for Chevy's high-performance V8s, there is the sophisticated TunePort fuel injection system known as TPI. TPI is similar to MFI in terms of simultaneously firing computer-controlled spray injectors to deliver fuel. Yet, TPI uses 8 injectors and individually tuned runners located here at the top of the manifold to send air to the individual cylinders. These runners increase the airflow, and this ultra-precise air-fuel management means more complete combustion. The result is almost turbo-like performance from an engine, yet TPI still provides good economy. For your buyers who want this ultimate in performance, you can offer them TunePort fuel injection as an optional version of the 5-liter V8 for Camaro Z28 and IROC Z, and standard on the 5.7-liter V8 Corvette. Fuel systems are only part of the Chevrolet engine story for 1986. Several refinements have been made in other components for improved drivability and performance. For example, these new low-friction aluminum pistons are used in the 2.5-liter L4 engine. They incorporate silicon to reduce friction on the piston surface. This reduces wear, helping to prolong piston life. And several changes have been made to Corvette's 5.7-liter TPI V8 engine. Specifically, cylinder heads are now made of aluminum to help reduce weight. Spark plugs are now centrally located, and inlet ports are now larger to increase airflow, measures that mean faster, more efficient combustion. To learn more about overall engine operation, Review the in-motion video disc and brush up on the fundamentals. But be sure your buyers know whichever power plant they choose, they're getting an engine built to meet the many driving challenges they face daily. Get to know all the different high-tech engines offered on today's Chevrolets. They can help you clinch that all-important sale. You're looking at more than just a circuit board. This is the inside of a Chevrolet electronic control module, otherwise known as an ECM. It's the brain of Chevrolet's computer command control system. This computer is just one of many in operation today on Chevrolet passenger cars. And throughout, you find evidence that these high-technology computer systems perform several functions you should know about. At the heart of these systems, such as computer command control, are tiny microchips. These microchips enable this system to receive an incredible 600,000 instructions, make thousands of calculations, and make up to 80 engine adjustments, all in just 1 second. The system monitors engine conditions such as battery voltage, coolant temperature, RPM and air-fuel mixture, and vehicle speed. At the same time, the system also monitors outside driving conditions such as altitude, temperature, and barometric pressure. Taking all of these factors into consideration, computer command control adjusts or fine-tunes the engine operations to achieve the best fuel efficiency and performance possible. This little brain is smart, too. It learns and is therefore able to compensate for engine wear during the car's life. The microchips are developed and programmed by GM Delco, the world's largest producer of automotive computers, and they regulate many other engine operations. For example, they help to eliminate engine knock on vehicles equipped with the electronic spark control feature. In power-consuming situations, like acceleration, where you hear that troublesome pinging or knock, electronic spark control senses the first sign of knock and sends a signal to the engine to retune ignition timing, eliminating the knock before it happens. On fuel-injected engines, such as the 2.8-liter Multiport V6 on this Cavalier Z24, computers are used to meter fuel into the engine, eliminating the need for a carburetor or choke. This has provided for smoother, more reliable cold starts. You may think that computers are complicated to understand and service, but not so. For example, when service is necessary, computer command control makes it easier for service technicians to accurately diagnose and locate engine problems, making for faster repairs and fewer comebacks. And every computer command control system has a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty protection. There are more benefits from onboard computers inside Chevrolet passenger cars. For example, on cars equipped with air conditioning, a computer adjusts idle speed to compensate for the increased engine load. The result is a smoother feel to engine power instead of the hesitation once associated with acceleration or idling with your air conditioning on. Also, there's the computer-controlled electronic instrument panel on the Z24. The digital display gives the driver very precise, very accurate information on speed, engine temperature, and other key functions. GM Delco has also applied computer technology in its highly sophisticated stereo sound systems. Electronically tuned receivers use computers to provide convenient, one-touch seek and scan functions. These immediately pick up the next station or scan ahead to other radio stations, holding for 4 seconds to allow listeners to select the one they desire. Also, one-touch electronic tuning locks into stations with excellent sensitivity and accuracy. The result is heightened listening pleasure. Other computerized systems for Chevrolet passenger cars are constantly in development. Among the ideas on the drawing boards now is a computer navigation system that may someday be commonplace on Chevrolets. Computers. They increase efficiency, drivability, and convenience. And there's more to come from Chevrolet.